What's going on, guys? Elite Wolf here, and today I'm going to be discussing something that I don't actually really see being discussed a lot. Uh, Probably just because it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to do it anyways. So today we're going to be discussing what Elder Scrolls game is better, in my opinion. And we're going to start off with one that I've actually never played, and that's the Elder Scrolls Arena. Uh, I've never played it. I've seen some videos of it. It looks too complicated with really no guidance. But that's a lot of older games. Overall, I'll just give it a never played, 2 out of 10. Oh yeah, I'll be okay. So I'm gonna be giving the games a rating out of 10. Um, and then whichever one had the highest ranking is first, and then second, third, fourth, and so on. And next we have Daggerfall. Now I have played Daggerfall. And I have to say, Daggerfall has some great roleplay features that are not in any other Elder Scrolls game. Like being able to learn all of the languages of Nerd, including like Daedric, Dragon, a bunch of other crazy stuff. Um, it has a lot of, it has a lot more guilds and groups you can join, but they lack depth and they also lack story. Um, and then graphics are obviously outdated. It's a really old game, but that doesn't really matter. Difficulty, it's just unfair, and it gives you no guidance at all. It has confusing quests and also very repetitive quests, like a lot of fetch quests. But it also has a lot of unique things. Um, like you're only able to summon um, Hermaeus Mora on a special day of the month. Also, you have the ability to climb anything, like literally anything. You can scale castles, a bunch of stuff like that. But you're able to climb anything, which you're not able to do in any Elder Scrolls. It has a weird story about you're a blade and you have to go get something. I forget a lot of it. And the ending is even more confusing. It doesn't really give you an outcome or anything like a lot of Elder Scrolls endings. Because they kind of want you just to continue playing. Uh, but really, kind of just really confusing. Um, and to kind of go into the guilds and stuff, like there's a Debella cult that you can join, and like the Debella cult, I'm pretty sure all you have to do to advance in the ranks is pay them a bunch of money, and it's kind of weird. And then there's like the Dark Brotherhood and all those other stuff. Combats are also really weird, like I said. Um, I didn't say anything about combat. The combat's kind of weird. The only reason I'd say it's weird is because like it's an old game, so it's like just hit, back off, hit, back off. And then also there's a different thing for combat and looking around, which I just don't like. But the next game, which was a major upgrade, is Morrowind. Now I'm going to be getting more depth into Morrowind as I've put more time into Morrowind than I have Daggerfall. Uh, but Morrowind has a it just has a really great story that is pretty easy to follow. Um, and I mean, although it's a lot easier to follow and more interesting if you know the lore, but it's still pretty good. Um, but it is a super hardcore like uh, role play, and it's definitely not for casuals. But the guilds are all super unique. For example, the Telvanni mages in their society, if you kill one of the higher mages, you just take their rank, uh, which is just it's just super unique. There's obviously legendary one legendary guilds like the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild and stuff. Uh, it has a lot of ranks for you to climb. So then when you hit that top, it feels like you've almost completed a main quest, like even more important than a main quest because you put so much time and effort into just climbing those ranks. Um, it's just so good. And like I said, although it's a turnoff for for hardcore because it's super hardcore roleplay. For example, if you're a beast race like a Khajiit or Argonian, and I always play Khajiit, you can't wear shoes or helmets. But the game has great AI. For example, in one of the first towns I visited, I uh, I went into a Khajiit merchant's shop and I stole something from him. It was like some expensive armor and stuff. Well, sort of expensive for a beginning game, I guess. And I tried to sell it back to him, and he recognized it. He recognized it as his helmet. Called the guards on me. Uh, magic, but magic in Morrowind. It's magical, pun intended. It's the best really in any out of any Elder Scrolls game. It has so much diversity, a lot of different I think they're called classes of magic. I don't know. I don't really play magic. Um, and then also, it has Morrowind had a large diversity of weapons, including but not limited to spears, throwing knives, poles, a bunch of other stuff that's just not it's just not seen in any other game, Elder Scrolls game. It has a bunch of great side quests. There are also a lot of but there's also a lot of like get blank, kill blank, and return to me and get a reward, which gets super repetitive quickly. The class system, it's it's pretty cool, I gotta say. Because you can have major skills that you're really good at, and then minor skills that you're pretty good at. Uh, Overall class system and the character creation is just amazing. Uh, I mean, and then just overall, just great for role play. Your actions matter. No matter what, you can literally kill anybody, which you can't do in any other Elder Scrolls game. And you get a sense of accomplishment after you've like finished a main quest or even any quest. But travel is really slow, so it's annoying to walk any distance from a shop that's across the other side, from a town, from each town, or from just a shop that's from two shop doors. It's uh it's really slow, and it's really to make the illusion that the world is super big when really Vardenfell is just not that big. Overall, it's a great game with amazing story and factions, but broken gameplay. I gotta give it a 9 out of 10, and I don't think I gave I don't think I gave Daggerfall one. It's a unique game with flaws. 6.5 out of 10. Sorry for that. Next game we have Oblivion. Uh, Story is a basic good versus evil story, but with an Elder Scrolls twist on it, and it's done correctly with great evil characters. The game is just a perfect balance of hardcore roleplay and casual stuff, so really anybody can get into it, whether you're a hardcore Elder Scrollser or just somebody who's just getting into the series. The guilds are amazing, just great. All feel unique with great quests, fun quests, and stories. After you complete them, you feel like you've actually earned it. It's like it specifically the Dark Brotherhood, which is my favorite. The Oblivion version of the Dark Brotherhood is my favorite out of any Dark Brotherhood in any other game. It's just so great. And then the Fighters Guild is really good. I mean, just and there's so many twists in the story. It's so fun to follow along and just see what happens. And after the main story, you're just a regular guy, and this is my favorite part. Is you're just a regular guy who does heroic things. You're not some prophesized hero. You're just some dude that decided he wanted to do something good. Um, Although you start off as just a normal citizen to everybody else, you'll eventually help close the Kavach Oblivion Gate, and then everybody will start calling you the hero of Kavach. And then after you complete literally everything, you become the champion of Cyrodiil. Like if when you complete the main quest, you become the champion of Cyrodiil, and it's a sense of accomplishment that is not felt in any other Elder Scrolls game. Being called the champion Cyrodiil, it's just There's something about it that you've worked so hard for. You've earned it. And also, people address your actions you've done. Like, for example, sometimes guards or citizens say something along the line of, "You're the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? It's truly an honor." Uh, Gameplay is fun with Magic, but Magic is sort of nullified to make more sense and be more casual. But melee combat, this is where I have the real problem. Melee combat feels like you're hitting the enemy with a balloon, no matter what enemy it is, so you don't really feel like you powered up at all. Like, I could be hitting a goblin when I'm level 1,000, just for example. I could be having decked out Daedric artifacts, and I'd do like one little scrap of damage to him. But also, the characters look really weird, and it's hard to take it serious sometimes because of that fact. But the game also has a lot of silly quests that are fun, and then there's also, it's a good balance of like silly quests and serious quests. It has a lot of tedious problems though, like item durability, which I hate, I despise it, and vampirism is a bitch to cure. But it literally has the best DLC out of any video game ever made. Like, not just Elder Scrolls, any video game ever made, it has the best DLC. Overall, great storytelling, fun quests with amazing guilds. That's a 10 out of 10. And on to Skyrim. The story is cool. It's a prophecy that's never been seen before. Also, you're the Dragonborn, which is just amazing. Storytelling is less than perfect, though. The game takes itself too seriously all the time. Main quest is a lot less, and the main quest is just a lot less interesting than the biggest side quest, the Civil War, which for some reason seems like it matters more than the literal world-eating dragon that's attacking. A lot of great characters you learn to love or hate, uh, but it's too casual for a lot of people, for like the older fans, and it dumbed down Magic to where it's just garbage and useless. Uh, there's no more class system, only stupid little rocks. Uh, Combat is awesome though, and it's rewarding, and it feels like you're actually hitting people with a weapon. Uh, and those executions are just so clean. Side quests are really a hit or miss though. Uh, some being amazing and some being boring as hell. Great character design and customization though. Although races don't really have a lot of uniqueness in looks. Also, you're just given your amazing title of Dragonborn. You don't really have a sense of accomplishment at all. Overall, it has great gameplay with hit or miss quests and mediocre guilds. 7 out of 10. So, after all that, the best Elder Scrolls game is by far, as you can tell, Oblivion. It's my favorite. It's just so intriguing, so fun to play. Uh, but of course, then it goes Morrowind. Also, just I'd suggest you play all these games, to be honest with you. Then it goes Morrowind, back up to Skyrim, to Daggerfall, and then Arena. Uh, but yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I suggest you checking out all of these games if you have the time. Uh, and feel free to use walkthroughs. Don't be ashamed, especially on the older ones like Morrowind and Daggerfall, especially Daggerfall. Uh, and I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. Um, yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one.